growing limbs and stuff, because we're going to be laying hands on these people, and these people are going to see that maybe God really is real, and maybe that what Skinny Bones is talking about how they's Nephilim or the fallen angels. Well, this man named Jesus that's going to be walking amongst man is really going to deceive people because he's going to fight against the Muslims too. He's going to overcome the Muslims, the ISIS. He's going to defeat them with an army of so-called believers. The deception is going to be so strong because they're going to follow after this false man of God that's so deceptive. It's ridiculous, man. It's a post-trib rapture. I believe that the church is going to go through the tribulation so that they can see who the true followers of Christ are. So this war is going to pop up, and everyone's going to think this is Jesus, and Jesus is going to say that the actual temple isn't supposed to be in Israel, but he wants to plant it in in the new Babylon because he wants to consecrate Babylon. So he'll do anything and everything he can to basically rebuild this temple exactly how it was in the Bible, but instead of it being in Jerusalem, they're going to build this temple in Iraq, in Babylon, modern Babylon, which is in Mecca, I think. I'm not for sure. One of my homegirls said something about Mecca. But anyway, so he's going to build this temple. And this man, then, after this temple is built, that's when he's going to sit in this throne and he's going to be like, boom. He's going to introduce that being Keck that Donald Trump has been dealing with it. Keck's going to overthrow Trump at the UN. And he's going to sit down in this temple and he's going to claim that he is a god. And he's going to name many names. He'll name himself as Muhammad. He'll name himself as Yahweh, as Baal, as Zeus, as Apollo. And he'll say that all the gods are one. Every god is the same under the one God of the God of the heaven and earth, and he's going to claim that. And he's going to start this new religion where they'll be okay to worship him and also worship the minor deities, aka the pagan gods, but ultimately they all worship him. So this image that he's going to create is going to be like this app. Everyone will have their own personal God that'll connect with them on a spiritual level where they can speak with him individually. It'll be a download, like an app in your head, because they're going to implant things in their mind, and their mind is going to be this new program, this new internet, the new transforming of technology that's going to blow up like crazy because all the old technology is going to fail. The phone will be in their head. They can collect up telepathically. Instead of like literally having a phone in your hand, you could watch YouTube in your mind with your eyes shut while you relax and listen and everything. Kind of like a projector screen on your eyes where you could shut it off and be perceptive of everything around you with these supernatural abilities, these armies of magicians, and God, there's a bunch of crazy stuff. And the sad thing is during this whole thing, leading up to the point where these beings are about ready to take us into their spaceship into outer space to go to Nibiru in the year 2069. Yeah, I'm setting a date for the time that Marduk, aka Pepe the Frog, is gonna Thoth, whatever the fuck you want to call him. But at this point, they're gonna ask that the Lumerians are gonna be there teaching man the magic and energy. The whole new world order is gonna be consistent of witchcraft. True, deep down in the ground witchcraft, telepathy, mind mending, shit like that, dude. That's what us Christians are going to be running from, but we're not going to be afraid of them. They're pussies to us, man. They ain't shit to us. And we serve the Most High God. The deception is so strong with the weather altering and okay, so you're like, all right, so now you got God the Father and God the Son, but what about the Holy Spirit? Who's this false prophet? Well, Illuminati in general is the false prophet. There'll be many false prophets prophesying in the name of this Jesus, in the name of this God, Pepe the Frog. I believe itself that it's just maybe there'll be one pure prophet of the Lord, the false prophet. And is it the Pope? I think so. I really do. Because the Pope's going to come up and he's going to hug this man and say, this man is